Top of the morning to ya. Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to Ask the Shaman. I'm your loving host, Anthony Golden Sunshine. That might be too dark. It's a little more ambient, a little more calming. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, Grand Rising. I'm just kind of getting up. I was taking my time getting up this morning. Hey, I had a dream. I just had a dream about the stone. We'll get back to that. Lots happening in the world. How you guys doing today? Check in. Let us know where you're watching from, what's going on. I have no events ready or scheduled. So I have nothing ready. I did have some things I was going to touch on today, but they're in my phone, and I don't have my phone with me currently. So I guess we're just going to wing it this morning, figure out what's going on. So if you guys didn't catch it yesterday was Wednesday. We did a pretty cool show. One I do every other Wednesday with my teacher, my mentor, and friend and brother on the path, Zane Kerfman. And our show is called SOAR, SOAR, like to soar like a bird. And an acronym has been built from that, and it's Spiritual Odyssey of Awakening and Renewal. How cool is that? Pretty cool. So the floor is open. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, I would like to hear those things. If not, I'm going to run some banners while we're waiting here. If nobody's yet visited the website, you want to get on over and visit our website, thepositivepineapple.org. There should be some links in the descriptions and in the bio and all the stuff here. There's all kinds of stuff there for you to book a session. Visit us over there. And if you like what we're doing, help support our mission of healing. Every donation counts. And thank you for your generous donations. Fantastic. So it's Thursday, December 21st. Oh, I just recognized something. It's speaking of Don Zeno. Today's Don Zeno's birthday. Happy birthday, Don Zeno. How cool is that? 21st. Can you believe Christmas is in just a few days? That sounds unreasonable to me. Who else thinks this has been the fastest year ever? I think so. It's just flown by so quickly. It's quite amazing. That's not there anymore. I got to go through my banners and fix them. I got some bunch of cool stuff. We should do that. We should do a little quantum meditation. Right now, it's Ask the Shaman. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions about health or healing or anything cool like that? Cool. Let's look at this. Let's see what this is. Jemima Grosset. I just did my first ayahuasca retreat, which just finished yesterday. I'm looking for some guidance, I suppose. Okay, well, ask any questions that are on your mind. I can help you with whatever you're looking for. Absolutely. What kind of questions do you have? Because you're looking for guidance. Well, ask some questions and I can guide you. I have a quick question. Can you explain what a mishi is? Using your Misha. Misha is the word, and here's mine. Here's Mary's is here. Hers kind of matches more of her personality. You know, mine's more shamany like this. There's no right or wrong way. We'll probably talk about that more. Zane and I will in the show that we do. We'll probably talk about the Misha, but I'll give you kind of a brief kind of overview of what it is. So the Misha, this starts off, it's unfolded and open on the ground like a an altar. And then, so in our tradition, when it's folded out like an altar, we call it a mesa. And what that is essentially a reflection of the upper world. Is kind of what the design is. And then, so there's different types of Paqos and priests. Some Paqos work primarily with the mesa, use the mesa. It's more of a ceremonial type shaman. So there's different sides to the path of shamanism. That would be more the right hand path. And then there's a more left-handed path where it's more mystical. We're more like mystics. We have direct connection to energy and spirit. So it's just a little bit different. Not one's greater or less than the other. They're both very, very necessary and powerful. But what this is a medicine bundle. As we build our mesa during our shamanic training, so what accumulates in here is a bunch of different stones and crystals and different artifacts, and those are called kuya. And kuya means sacred stone. And these are things we earn through our priesthood. So it's essentially our own personal change, our own personal and spiritual growth. So what this is, all the pieces that are in here represent essentially something that I've had to change or go through or be initiated into. And another way to look at it, I like to say, is this is how we turn pain into love or pain into healing. It's an extension of the shaman's soul. I use that for, we use that to transmit energy. The Misha also has a mouth. So in here is a mouth. So I use the Misha, I'll use the mouth of the Misha to draw energy. I use the energy to give energy. I can take energy from myself or sweep energy off myself. So what this does, Misha carriers, there's a bunch of us ranging back all the way from the ancient Inca Empire. So the Misha is like, it's equivalent, it's sort of like the North American Indians medicine bag. But the Misha is essentially, it's an extension of our soul. And I can channel more energy or direct more energy through the Misha than I can my nervous system. So that's what makes shamans a lot different than your traditional kind of like Reiki energy healers. Reiki means universal energy. The Reiki practitioner channels the universal energy through their body. So there's certain limitations. You can only run so much energy, so much frequency through the nervous system, depending on how tuned your nervous system is. You can upscale your nervous system to run more energy, but ultimately nothing can run or contain more energy than stones and crystals. They're just far more dense atomically. So you can move so much more frequency and energy through the stones that the things that I can use the Misha for, if I used me for, I'd be hurting. So I hope that answers some of those questions. I'm not sure if I'm in the right place. Well, honey, if you're here, you are in the right place. No one ends up here on accident. There are no accidents. Didn't your experience show you yet? All right. I had an experience of healing in a huge way and then freedom and peace. But as soon as I left the retreat, I've been acting out my previous behaviors of control on my partner and others. Right. So you have to understand, when you go do why did you go do the medicine, right? The whole reason you went to do the medicine is because you wanted something to change. Well, when you go and use psychedelics, this is where people mostly make mistakes. You go and use the psychedelics, it needs to be integrated afterwards. And that's really normal to go on retreat. And then after the retreat, think of a rubber band. You pull a rubber band, it snaps back. Because then when you're out on retreat, you're surrounded by a whole different reality. And then the real test of the retreat is if you can bring back the information in which you've gained and apply it into your life. All right. Just going on the retreat and just doing the medicine isn't where the healing happens. That's where it begins. Okay. That's just the beginning. So that's, you don't want to get that confused. That's not the healing. That's the opening. That's not where the healing is. The healing begins there. That's not where it ends. So what's happening is you're falling back into old patterns because you're not continuing to feed the new neural circuits that have been fired through the medicine. All that psychedelics do, all ayahuasca does, is gets different parts of the brain that don't normally communicating. It's neurological function. So you have to continue to feed that neurological function. This is called integration, right? So this is widely, I work with lots of people who have been on medicine journeys and things like that. And when they come back, they work with me to help them integrate, right? You have to integrate the things that you've learned. So we sit down, we have sessions where they sit with me, and we'll do like some actual energetic and emotional healing work surrounding some of the things that were brought up in that session, in the medicine session. You know, we're working hard to create a world where we have a much better way that the medicines are used. Ayahuasca is highly commercialized. It's all about making money now. It's not really helping people heal. Showing it right here. I talk about this a lot, Jemima. I talk a lot about this, about improper education. There should always be like a base education before the ceremony, then the ceremony, and then a certain amount of time, because here you're just gone from the retreat and now you didn't know how to integrate. So we need to have a post-integration kind of trainings for people. So it just keeps showing me that I have to keep working hard to create a better medicine space. I'm disappointed, I suppose, because I felt I had been finally freed yesterday. Do you have any advice for me, please? Yes, I can totally help you, but you're going to have to, put yourself into session. I can't help you from here. We're going to have to go into what specifically is going on in your life, in your mind, in your heart, in your energy field, and in your spirit, right? So don't be disappointed. It's the beginning. You saw something. There's a new neural pathway. Here is some advice I can give you. When you were feeling really good, I want you to remember what that felt like. Okay. When you were away from your old pattern, what did that feel like? And that's what you're going to bring your awareness to. And the big thing is you have to learn to control your breath. It's showing me right now that you have an inverted breathing pattern, and you're definitely suffering from certain amounts of anxiety. There's a lot of incessant thinking and worry. Oh, the disappointment only comes with expectation. Expectation comes from incessant thought. So it's like there's a bunch of things going on there, and I can help you with those things, but you have to be willing to commit to your change. But that's something you can do, is you can take yourself back, revert yourself. But what you need to do is slow your breath down. This is something I teach, is awareness, breath, and self-talk. No one actually needs ayahuasca to be able to access the deeper mind. It's okay if you do, right? I'm not against psychedelics. I've used them to help me. Don't really need them anymore. My mind is open to where it is psychedelic. So breath is super important. So you're in the right place. You can learn about breath work. Besides these are the live streams on the channel. There are some in the playlist. There are some guided breath work, which I would totally recommend. Love that. Thanks for explaining. I was curious. As is kind of a brief, there's a lot to say about the Misha and the Mesa. It would take a really long time. In essence, it's an extension of the soul, and it's our primary healing tool. And then also it kind of is also like heritage, lineage. It connects with all the other Mishas on the planet, not just now, but in the past and what we consider the future. Hi, Lulu. Good morning. Yeah. Thank you. You're not doing anything wrong, okay? Jemima Grosset. How do you say that? Grosset? Jemima Grosset. You're not doing anything wrong. You're doing everything you need to, and here you go. Trish says, out to walk. Just want you to know that the last Thursday breathwork, I reached a point of healing where I became a large portion of my fractured self into my heart. It was a beautiful experience. Fantastic. That's great. We're going to do some breath work today, actually, in a couple minutes here. We're going to blast off. But I first want to make sure that we take care of any questions, comments, or concerns. The floor is open. Ask the shaman any questions you want to hear. So far, we've talked about the Misha. We've talked about ayahuasca, integration. What else we talk about this morning? Those are the primary things so far. Who else? Anybody have any, any cool experiences happen lately, or Is there any like spiritual experiences that you'd like to share? Anything, any information come to you? There's all kinds of different things. This show isn't just about shamanism. This is about everything. Let's talk about life, right? Ask the shaman. Let's talk about life. That's what I should put there. Let's see. Uh-huh. I'll do that. Let's talk about life. Uh-huh. Save. Let's put that up and see what that looks like. Shh. Ask the shaman. Let's talk about life. I love it. Questions, comments, concerns? I'm looking for some interaction. Say something, even if it's a question. So I always invite people to even ask questions, like maybe your spiritual guidance will tell you to ask a question, even if it's something you already kind of know the answer to. That's okay. If you feel it's something that's beneficial to others, it's okay to get on and ask questions. There's my sweet lady. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Mary, how you feeling today? I did some beautiful healing for Mary last night. It was quite beautiful. Mary was involved in a motor vehicle accident on Tuesday, not long after I got off this show. She's okay. She's like generally uninjured. Some soreness, some things going on. We'll see how that kind of unfolds. But last night, she allowed me to do some healing on her. We used some red light therapy, some near infrared light, some gentle massage, some soft tissue massage, some different types of release point energy work. And then I did some like generalized kind of energy work into her body. And it was fantastic. It was beautiful. I love those. I'm going to start bringing my massage chair because I have like a chair with the face cradle. Like I really enjoy working on people through the massage chair, because where I seem to work with at most people energetically is in the head, the neck, the upper shoulders, the mid back. Those seem to be really powerful points. But I do often also work with people through the shoulders and hands, and often when I'm drawing energy down the body, I'll work at the feet, the bottoms of the feet, pulling that through. Yeah. I think I'm going to be starting the next wave of shamanic training next month. I started to write it, but then I've had some revisions start to happen. So I kind of got to go through all these things and see where it's at, kind of thing. But thank you, Mary. Good morning. Ask the shaman, ask any questions, share your experience. Talk to me. Let's talk about life. If I don't have anyone to interact with, I can't do anything else. So I'm asking for audience participation. This is an interactive kind of show. And just like that, we have some comments. Let's see. Comments. Last night's healing helped me release some stuck emotions and helped me with the discomfort. A Nike Kuyaki. I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Sometimes when I work healing with other people, quite often it brings healing to myself as well. So I had some nice emotional healing and relaxation too. You know, I've been attempting to help daughter regarding grounding and giving to Mother Earth, yet they think I'm crazy. So she goes to talk to someone else. They tell her the same. Really? Well, you should get used to that. Your family's never gonna, it's like, that's like a normal, kind of thing. And me and Zane talked about that a little bit, I think, the last show. Well, we'll probably definitely talk about it again. You know, your own family just never really, people don't want to listen to mom. They want to hear it from somebody else. Like happens all the time. I mean, there's people around me. I mean, I've helped people recover from cancer and all kinds of things happen, but there's people that are directly around me that don't know what I do really or have faith. Oh, it was Mary's mother. I was actually we were at the hospital where Mary was getting checked out and her mom came. And I was sitting there and I was kind of explaining to her some things about, like, it's not that they're unsupportive, it's they don't understand. They don't know what we're doing. So, like, to them, they don't call us weird, but I read energy fields. I kind of know that you think I'm crazy, kind of thing. But it's also quite odd, but it's like a catch-22, because they think that's crazy what you're saying, because it doesn't align with what I've been programmed to believe. But also, I have to believe because I've watched you heal yourself from near death to here. And now I've watched all these thousands of people around the world that you've worked with, and you've helped them. I mean, shoot, just Tuesday, on the Tuesday show, we did a live healing for a woman right here that had 10 out of 10 pain, and it had been stuck that way since 2019. And she came on here, and we, as a group, the people that were here, we worked together. So go back and check that out, the Tuesday show. I think I gave that one a thumbnail that says something. But anyways, that was a great show, and actually showing what's possible. It's watching people heal from distance, and it's not magic. It's not woo-woo. It's simply physics. All right. Energy. Everything is energy, and your intention is what drives energy. All right. So if you want to start changing the world and you want to start helping people, first starts from the inside. You have to get yourself in the position where you can become an absorber and radiator of light. And then over time, you're working to become a perfect absorber and radiator of light. Not that you're not already perfect. Listen, I'm one of those people. I believe, for me, and you can disagree. It's okay if you disagree. I don't call things imperfect, because I have complete faith that God doesn't make mistakes. Okay. I used to not think this way. Okay. I used to think in another way. But what that did is that put me in a victim mindset quite often. It was against me, or this is happening to me. It's taking me away from the seat of creatorship. So even if it's not a spiritual thing, which it very much is for me, a spiritual and energetic thing, just from a deep logic standpoint, it makes no sense to choose to think any other way, because then that takes you out of the space of being able to enjoy and be in control of your reality. Right. And it's not about controlling the reality. It's about being acceptance of the reality, controlling your acceptance of the reality. So, Lulu, that's normal. Here, look at it this way. Jesus, I love Jesus. He's here with me. Jesus performed no miracles in Nazareth. Okay. So it's just part of the shaman's role. Often here, especially in the Western world, when you're too close, like, most shamans cannot, one of two things. Many shamans can't heal themselves. I'm one of the weird ones that can. I can bring healing to myself. Lots of shamans can't heal themselves. Two, most shamans aren't capable of directly healing people in their direct family, especially their kids. Your kids will have a different relationship and understanding with you, so they can't really see what you're saying. And of course, they're going to think you're crazy, because these aren't the things they're taught in school or on YouTube or on TikTok. However, here we are on YouTube, and there's other people that teach healing and things on TikTok. I would like to do that one day. I just don't know how to control. I have so much happening. I don't know how to get in every corner, nook and cranny, but I want to. I can't wait for the next level. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it too. Glad you're feeling better, Mary. Me too. This is Mary's, actually. She's been hit twice now in about a month's time. The first one, it was a deer. Like, most people hit a deer. Well, she was driving, a deer jumped and ran into the side of her car, pretty much just in front of the door, like the fender. Like, she didn't hit the deer hit her right in the side, far out. And then she had a really neat experience with the deer. Maybe she'll come on and talk about it sometime. You should come on and talk about it sometime. You have lots of wonderful shaman stories, Mary. I would love for you to start telling them. All right, let's see. Nardu. Hi, Andrew. Nardu, how are you today? I've been practicing being no body. It's amazing when you are not filled with ego, some body, what amazing things happen and line up. Right. That's the whole idea, my friend. is to realize that is the true essence of spiritual awakening. Zane and I had a 2.5-hour podcast yesterday talking about awakening in its 7 points, and that's one of its primary points is having the awareness that you're a lot more than just this ego-filled body, right? Yeah, I love telling people that I am nobody. I am no thing, and I'm everything. It's both. It's both. The both are true. But yeah, so practicing being nobody. Yeah, you just let go. My favorite thing to do is drop into my breath. You drop into your breath and you start to move out of the body. And what we do is we call this going into the void. As you continue to practice Nardu, you're going to have an experience where you don't even remember what's happened. It'll be like memoryless, and it'll seem like what truly happens is a quantum shift. So that's what it feels like. You're going to feel like a big shifts happen. So I recommend that. That's a deep form of meditation. Keep going. Good stuff. Yes, just doing the work helps. I have 7 bulging discs in my back, arthritis and stenosis, and I'm able to go through the day without pain meds. I do have to take some at times, but not at all. Well, let's heal those things. So here's what you got to pay attention to. You say, I have 7 bulging discs in my back, arthritis and stenosis. So you have to realize that you're creating that reality. You're agreeing to the diagnoses. So that's the first step. So if you ever want to change it, Lulu, that's the first thing you need to change is your mind. But I also see there's some resistance. It's showing me there's some resistance. And those are things we would have to go into your mind to look at. Why do you have resistance? Why is it that you don't want to be healed? Do you want to be healed? That's the first question. Lulu, do you want to be healed? Don't answer that. Don't say, of course I do. Really pay attention to how you feel. There's something there. It's in your subconscious. So you don't want to feel guilty about what that is. I want you to become aware of it, though. Good morning, Anthony Golden Sunshine. Good morning, Brianna. Welcome. What a great morning. Let's drop in. Let's do some breath. Let's do a little bit of breath. Let's do a little bit of a morning ritual here. A little prayer. Okay. Prayer is a big, powerful thing. A lot of people get confused when I say prayer. Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, I mean, like, communicate to your higher power. All right. And we do it kind of, way different than, the church taught me when I was a boy. The church taught me to do this. Oh, dear Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day this daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses. We forgive those trespass against us. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Okay. So it's just, you're just repeating this kind of mantra, which is okay. I mean, I love the Lord's Prayer. I do use it. I'll open that up in my mind sometimes, but I say it in different ways. I don't say it just the way it's been taught to me. I like to use it and kind of change it. There are some different, online, there are some different interpretations of the prayer in different languages. Which are really, really interested. My prayer is more of like a direct communication. I like to open up my heart. So what I first do is I may start in prayer position. So I start in prayer position. The first thing I do is I take in a deep breath. Okay. And there's a few different ways to do this. Like in the Paqo tradition and with my shamans, we open up sacred space. We do this by opening up our bubble. We did a nice one yesterday with Zane where he led us through a nice slow opening. It was really nice. But essentially it's opening your energy field. So what I like to do is I like to take in a breath. And as I take in a breath, I bring my hands over my head. And then I turn my hands out. And as I exhale, I open up my personal energy field, my aura. I open up. And this is where you start to use your mind's eye and disciplined imagination. Feeling your energy, sensing. And then I bring my hands back into prayer position. And I do this two more times, 3 times total. I do this. I like to go 3 times. And then I open the field. And it's like I can feel the silkiness of my energy, of my field. It's running through my fingers, along my palms. I can feel on my wrists and forearms. I'm like running my arms through my field. And then I do it once more. Opening up the energy field. And then as the energy field is open, when I'm working with a group, often what I'll do is it's like I'm taking a towel out from behind my back or a blanket, and I throw it over all the group, everyone that's here. So now we're all blanketed in energy. We've all thrown each other's blankets over each other, and now we're all in this. I can feel this dome of energy, this bubble, our bubbles together. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll have my hands open. I like to hold them like this often too, or just let them sit in my lap. Or if I'm laying down, my hands are just open. I don't necessarily pray on my knees. Sometimes, very rarely, it's usually I'm seated and I'm open. And I'm opening my hands. And then what I'm doing is I'm calling the Father here. Okay, for me, for you, those words can mean different things. I don't want you to get caught up on any words. Okay, I use lots of different words for God, but it's the Creator itself, the creative essence. And what you're doing is using your intention, your internal being. Now you've opened up your space. You're calling and bringing to you your highest power. So I call in the Father, Mother of creation, the great Father of light, the great Mother of light, the cosmos, the universe, Wirtakocha, Jesus. Start to call it to you. I like to use my voice. I'm calling out. Then you can make it even generalized and say, I'm calling out to all divine energies and beings of light. So this can include nature beings and ancestors and angels and other forms of spirit guides. And if you have direct spirit guides you work with, invite them too. And we invite here all frequencies of light and energy that are here to help us to connect with our deepest forms of inner love. That's what's coming here. I can feel that. It's a frequency of love. And what we're being asked to do right now is you're going to take your awareness first to the things in your life you're most grateful for. What are you most grateful for? And, there might be a list there, maybe of children. You're grateful for your children. I know I am. Your partner, your wife, your husband. Yep, I'm grateful for them. Are you grateful to be alive today? Are you grateful that you woke up in a warm bed? If you did, are you grateful for your breath? Are you grateful that you have a voice? You can talk and you can sing. Are you grateful that you have ears? You can listen, hear, and learn. You're grateful that you have eyes to see. Are you grateful that you have this beautiful body that can move through space and has opposable thumbs, and you have the ability to create and do things? Just ponder your existence for a moment. Just ponder your existence. What a beautiful existence it is. And then we're going to take a moment, and I want you to just say with your own voice some sweet words to your higher power. We can make it really simple. Dear God, your creator, creatress, thank you so much for being here with us today, and help us along our journey to continue in our expansion, and let us be a bright light, a bright shining light in your name. Let us be here to facilitate healing and bring love and balance and unity into the planet, into our communities, and into each other. And God, I ask that you bring healing to the minds of the people who are suffering now and having a hard time as they're transitioning from their sleep state to their wake state. God, I ask that you help those that have been on medicine journeys and have not been able to integrate and are feeling low. Dear Creator, I ask that you protect those that are in fear from their fears and help them to see that there's actually nothing to fear at all. Great and divine being of light, bring your loving light and energy here, and we are open and ready to receive. And this is the important part, is you're saying, I'm open and ready to receive. I'm open and ready to receive. And now for me, when I first started doing that, I had resistance. What do you mean I'm open and ready to receive? Ready to receive what? Do I want to be open? Is this safe? There was all kinds of questions that started to happen. And what I did was I just quit fighting. I just let go, like, listen, I understand that I'm creation itself and there's nothing to be afraid of or worried about. I need to relax and slow down and open up. As soon as I do that, like I'm doing now, this beautiful light starts to come in. It's a beautiful light show behind my eyes, coming in, coming into my body. I can feel the vibration in my body. And we invite here all of those energies, all of that light, all of that frequency, all of that divine beauty. And what we're going to do now is, now that we've invited it here, you're using your mind's eye and disciplined imagination, is if you could breathe in that energy, you're going to make it part of you. So essentially, to breathe is to inspire. To inspire is to take in spirit. So we're taking in the spirit through our breath. So you're going to let all of your air out and then take in a nice deep breath. Fill up your belly and your chest, your head, and you hold it, now with a soft sigh. Again, belly, chest, head. Continue to breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. Long sighing exhale. Belly, chest, head. Two more. One more. And just relax. Feel your body. You're going to be all tingly. I'm oxygenated. I can feel the energy coursing through my body, the blood moving through my veins. There's a nice frequency and pitch happening in my ears. The ringing in the ears. Pay attention. Can you hear any sound? Besides the sounds of the room, can you hear the sound inside your head? All of us have a vibrational frequency inside our head. It just takes a while for us to be able to have the awareness that it's there, because we're overtaken by the external. As we learn more about going in and becoming no body, you become aware that you are frequency. These are the things that people often call tinnitus or tinnitus. Very rarely is that the actual case. It's actually vibration of the pineal gland, the pine cone, the pineapple in the center of your head. And let's take a minute. Let's ask if you need healing in your life, if there's something going on, if you're having a hard time, now's the time to ask your higher power. You can ask your higher power, highest power, could you bring healing into me? Could you please bring the healing to me, to my life, to my mind, to my heart? Can you help me to overcome any physical ailments, any emotional blockages? I'm open and ready for change. I'm open and ready to grow. And dear God, it's not for relief. I'm not asking you for relief. I don't want to escape my reality. God, I'm asking you for the strength. I'm asking you for the strength. I'm asking you for the strength. Hallelujah. To move through any and all opportunities. I may at the time, dear Lord, call these obstacles or problems. I may even disagree with my reality when these things happen. But ultimately, dear God, I do have faith that all within the design is perfect and there are no mistakes. Dear Creator, I open my heart. I open my soul and I open my mind. Help me to continue to flourish, grow, and blossom into the greatest possible version. Take a moment and I want you just to say whatever sweet words you want to your highest power, whatever beautiful words are available. And then finish. I always finish my prayers with gratitude. I bring gratitude into me. First, I picture the things I'm grateful for. Mary, my dog, my cat, my daughter, these things are all very wonderful things. I only need a few of them to be able to look at. That's the mind. And now I'm feeling. That's your heart. How do you feel? Don't stop thinking. That's where we get stuck. The mind is what's always in control because that's what we've conditioned to. We want to let our heart take over. So you take in the idea of the things you're grateful for. Now, what does that feel like? Where do you feel the gratitude? Most of us will feel it right here in the middle of our body. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for my life, just to be alive, just for all the abundance that surrounds, for the beautiful soul family that is here, all the people who are here and growing and changing. I'm so grateful for this life. I'm so grateful for this experience. Can you feel the gratitude in you? Can you feel it? That's the important part. And as you feel it, just sit there for a moment with it. And what I'm going to do is breathe in slowly, feeling the gratitude for my breath. And as that gratitude for my breath mixes with the gratitude in my belly, I can feel it all. And I release slowly. I breathe in gratitude. Gratitude and release. I breathe in gratitude. And I release and relax and allow that feeling of gratitude. See if you're strong enough, if you have the ability to spread it all over your body. And sometimes I just do it with my mind. Other times I take my hands and I rub my hands down my arms and down my legs. I sweep it into me. You can move the energy all around you. And now what I do is I sit here and I allow my whole body to vibrate in gratitude. I'm picturing it's like I'm a tuning fork. Bing. And I'm vibrating gratitude. As I'm vibrating gratitude, the gratitude's coming off of me in little ripples, little waving ripples. Moving off. And use your mind's eye. Picture this happening. You are now radiating gratitude from you. And as you're radiating that gratitude, imagine that it's touching all the things in the room around you. I have stones and a candle and a bell, my Misha. There's all these things here. You can open your eyes and you can intentionally send, I'm so grateful for all of this stuff that I don't normally pay attention to. Shifting your awareness. Oh my gosh, look how cool. All these beautiful, amazing things that are here in my life. And let that radiate. Can you push it out beyond the room you're in? Can you become grateful for the entire home or building in which you are? Every brick, every nail, every screw. Can you push that out even further? Can you go outside and feel the trees and the grass and the concrete? Can you go further into the road? And can you go further? Can you start to touch the other homes and buildings that are around you? Can you just keep going? How far can you go? Expand your gratitude, your lines of gratitude, your energy of gratitude. Because now your intention is you're taking in more gratitude. Energy. You're taking in energy and you're vibrating it. You're tuning it to gratitude and pushing it out. So now you're becoming a perfect absorber. I take in light. I charge it with my gratitude and I push it into the world around me. You're putting yourself in a circuit. Gratitude in. Light in. Charge it with your gratitude and send it out into the world. This is how you create systemic healing. Breathing in. I breathe in light and love and gratitude, and I charge it with my light, love, and gratitude. Push it. Let it go. Push it away from you. Sending it out. You're coating the world. I send out all of my finest light. Send your finest light out from you. It's vibrating out of every pore of your skin, creating waves and ripples. Big breath. Charge it, charge it, charge it, send it. What a beautiful exercise. 2 more. Once more. You're going to relax. And for a moment, we're going to work on awareness, our breath, and our mindset. Now that you're all lit up and you're in gratitude, before we finish, we're going to work on our mind for a second. Where is it right now in your life that you're struggling? Be really honest with yourself. Don't try to blame anything outside of you. This is the most important thing. When you're really trying to heal, the most important thing is to no longer externalize. Because as soon as you externalize and you blame something else for how you feel inside, you take away your power and ability to change. If you truly want to change, your first step is take full accountability. All right. True accountability is understanding that I am the one that plays the major role in any suffering I have, no one else. All right. I know that's hard. It's hard. And I'm not telling you it's easy. I'm not here to tell you it's easy. I'm telling you that that's where you want to get to. You want to get to where you can have that sacredness within, where you're okay with being really honest about the role you play in your own suffering, which is all of it. All of it. You're choosing it. I choose it when it happens. So I'm okay with that. And I accept that. So I'm aware. So where in your life are you having a hard time? And wherever that awareness is, I want you to bring all of your attention into wherever that is and whatever that is. What is it that you want to change? And then when you're looking at what it is that you want to change, I want you to pay attention to what's the story you're agreeing to? What are you saying to yourself? What are you agreeing to? And what are you saying to yourself about this? What's the limitation? What's the story you're agreeing to? And as you're looking at that story, I want you to just become aware that maybe there's other possibilities. Can you in this moment accept that there's more possibilities besides the ones you're agreeing to? Sure. If you can do that, that's going to send you right into a layer of healing. I accept that there are more. I accept that there are more possibilities than what I am agreeing to currently. And as you become aware of that, now you're bringing your awareness to your breath. You're not really doing a lot with it, but you're letting it be deep. Into the belly, through the nose, and into the belly. And out through the nose, into the belly. And out through the nose. And what you're going to do is you're going to install new words. Whatever it is you're agreeing to, whatever limitation you have, this is what all you need to do. Start installing opposite words. So if you're saying, I'm not enough, I don't have enough, I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. You're saying, I am enough, I have enough. I'm growing and expanding. My spirit knows always where to guide me and what to do. You see? I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. Replace those words. New words. I'm flourishing and moving now. My highest power knows what to do. Or if your mind is agreeing to a diagnosis, if it's saying things like, I have bulging discs, arthritis, and stenosis. I'm able to go through the day without pain meds. Instead, you're going to say, my back is healing. The symptoms that I have are remedying themselves as I begin to change my mind and my heart, for I am the creator of my reality. Right? You can start to change these words, change the story you're telling yourself. I'm going to be okay. I am okay, and I'm healing. Allowing yourself just some time. This doesn't mean you're negating any feelings or anything. You're not trying to bypass. All you're trying to do is change the story in which you're agreeing to, so that way you can look at the things that's happening. Then you're able to look at how I'm limiting myself in my word. Your word is very, very powerful. Words are spells, as a matter of fact. So this takes us to always be impeccable with your word. And first with others, because when you speak poorly of anyone else, your subconscious mind believes you're talking about yourself, because in essence you are. There is no actual separation. Be impeccable with your word, because your judgment about someone else is only telling you about who you are. So if we can hold back and not spew out the judgment, hold the judgment, and why am I judging this person? You'll find out it has to do with how you feel about yourself. People who do things and say things about other people, they're not even talking about them. It's a confession of themselves. This is the truth. Your word. Be impeccable with your word, and especially your self-talk. Here's where you're going to say beautiful things to yourself. Tell yourself, I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Tell him or her, I love you. I forgive you. I'm proud of you. I'm here with you to support you and help you to grow and live and flourish. Everything is okay, and we can make it even more okay. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Remind yourself, plant that into your mind. Take in a deep breath. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Breathe it in. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. And once more. Breathe in the light. Let it saturate you. Every day and every way, I'm getting better and better. Perfect. Now we're going to close the prayer session. So what I like to do is I like to just sit, I open my hands, and I just start, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm saying thank you to the higher power, whatever that is for you. Thank you to the angels. Thank you to God. Thank you to the nature beings. Thank you to my ancestors. Thank you to all the medicine people of the past, the present, and the future that are in this space with us right now as we do the work to continue to ascend into our highest potential in consciousness. Thank you for your divine guidance. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. We are so grateful. Amen. Amen. And if you'd like, what I do is I close my energy bubble. I put my hands out wide and I gather up the energy. There's so much beautiful energy. I'm going to inhale it, and I take it in my inhale. I take my hands. I bring it here into my face. So there's like a big ball of energy. I bring it into the center of my head and my face. And as I exhale, I run it down through my body. And then I send it into the earth. Right? I'm going to do it again. It's creating an energy ball. Bring it all together into the head. And as I exhale, run it down my body. And as you run it down your body, you can allow it to take any heavy energy you don't want, anything else that you don't need or is in alignment with you. Let it go with the energy ball into the earth. And one more. Very good. And just relax for a minute. Allow yourself to reflect for a moment in your prayer about your self-talk, the things you're saying to yourself, and how you can change. The whole idea is to continuously be okay with changing, okay? The more we allow ourselves to change, the more the world shows us. Don't be afraid to go with the flow and change. It doesn't matter what you felt or thought even 5 minutes ago. You're under no obligation to be who you were 5 minutes ago. You want to be the best version of you all the time. And it's okay. When things aren't just the way you think they need to be, or you think there's something wrong, it's okay. Slow down your breath. Move into acceptance and call in your sacredness. And allow love to do the work. Anaiki, thank you. Anaiki kuyaiki orpichai sonkore. And just take your time coming back to center, becoming aware of where you're at, where you're seating, where you're seated, the contact points of your body. Feel your breath come in and out. Feel your breath come in and out. Feel your breath come in and out. As you become ready, you're just going to slowly open your eyes. That was weird. I had this feeling that I was going to open my eyes and see other people in front of me. I forgot I was sitting here at my computer because I totally came out of body and I was elsewhere working with you, I would imagine. How fun. Great prayer. I want to thank you all so much for joining in that beautiful prayer. Prayer is a very powerful tool, you know. Just as I was showing, it can be very much like your daily practice. I love to use prayer in my daily practice, you know, communicating with the higher self, the higher source. Again, you know, don't get caught up on the words. I don't care about the words. I just want you to connect through your feeling to what you believe your highest power is, and do that every day. If you do that every day, I promise you that connection gets stronger and stronger. Little by little, over and over, you'll train yourself to begin to go away from just being a body. You're going into your divine self, your higher self. How does this happen? Through repetition. Keep working, keep going. Your breath is your primary tool. Okay. There's lots of great ways that we can work spiritually. I'm not saying that breath work is a spiritual tool as much as it's a physiological tool to help you get into your spiritualized mind. After a while, it becomes so powerful that you only need a couple breaths. You won't have to go too far into your breath work. That's why the practice is important. Doing the breath work practice cultivates strength and ability within the nervous system for you to be able to access deeper states of your mind like this, because it's all about changing state, going from that beta brainwave sympathetic dominant state to a parasympathetic data delta brainwave state. Calm, you know, and when sometimes we're doing these things, you become so calm. It's like, am I going to fall asleep? Some people, they do fall asleep, or they think they do, and comes back. You know, that's very powerful work. So I want to thank you all so much. Thank you for being in that space. How did you like that? How'd that work out for you? I would like to hear. The SOAR podcast yesterday was amazing. Zane is one wise cookie with such amazing perspective. Yes, absolutely. I'm very grateful. I have some really, really good teachers. Zane was my first, like, really. I had a couple other people I started to work with before that, but very little. Zane's pretty much my primary human teacher. Most of my teaching comes from non-human teachers, and Zane's been able to very instrumental in helping me process that, because I didn't know how at first. But he's taught me. He's still teaching. He's always working with me, and we're to a point where, you know, he and I are both aware that everyone's growing. We're still growing, and you know, I can't speak directly for him, but I would assume, and I feel that just like me, he understands that everyone is also our teacher. Everyone. Maybe we're great teachers of spirituality, and we're great teachers of spirit and energy, but we're also great students of each other and of the world. We're aware and can see all these different ways that things are working. And yeah, I definitely, I love Zane's perspective. I love how our perspectives overlap each other, but we also kind of have our own ideas about certain things. And that's cool. That's how it's supposed to be. Like, we don't get mad at each other because Tony doesn't think what I think, and Zane doesn't think everything that I think. Like, right. Well, we're not supposed to. We're individuals having an individual experience here. But the thing is mystics, it's theologians. Theologians, you know, I don't like to give people, maybe I won't, you know, there's this word that goes around called Bible thumper. And these are people that are usually, you know, they're intellectually trying to process something that's meant to be processed, you know, intuitively. But that's like that. It's religious people and theologians. They're going to quarrel. Mystics, however, you know, And the underlying pinning of all things, we understand it's one thing. We know that. So it's amazing. It's a great show, and I can't wait to see. I think that we work well together, and I can't wait to see what we grow into from there. So yeah, if you didn't check out the Soar podcast, come soar with us and check that out. That was yesterday at 2 with Don Zane Kirkman of the Solkamunai Ayu. Brianna's here. Queenie said, words are spells. Beat me to it. Yeah, it's just an easy way to say like that. Like, because some people will be like, is that magic or witchcraft? Like, no, not exactly. It's energy. Words are energy. Words are energy. And it's energy that you're putting into your reality. So if you're saying whatever it is you're saying, you want to be aware of that. If you're not talking to yourself beautifully, you want to inspect that because you're the primary character in your movie. So you want to talk to yourself beautifully, lovingly. You want to talk about others beautifully and lovingly, just like how I was. I didn't want to like condemn people. I don't want to give people like labels and things. I'm not against anyone. I love everybody. Even if your ideas are harmful to yourself and others, I understand that you may not know that and you don't know what you're doing. So, it's what my brother Jesus told me. He told me a long time ago, forgive them, for they know not what they do. True story. All of us go unconscious sometimes, and that's okay. We have to be loving to each other. I posted something amazing on my Facebook the other day. It was a man, and it looked like he was having some sort of mental emotional breakdown while he was on a plane. He was kind of just really irritated, agitated, and you could tell he was like really confused and felt surrounded. And then one of the people on the plane, a woman on the plane, she came over and she got the crowd to calm down, and they started singing to him. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. So they sung the song to him. And as they were singing to him, he started to calm down, and you could see how love, that's about to make me cry because it made me cry when I watched it. It just shows you the power of love. And I'm so grateful. For it is love that has saved my life and brought me from death and pain and mental, emotional pain and hell. It is love that brought me back to life, and it's brought me here, right here, to share that love with the world. And I'm just so grateful to be here with you all. I'm so grateful for this beautiful soul family that's growing around the world. It's an amazing thing. So thank you all so much. That really hit me hard in a good way. Like this isn't a bad thing. Like crying for me is a wonderful thing. I seek to do it every day. Sometimes it's just deep forms of gratitude. It's a deep form of gratitude. But also behind that deep form of gratitude, something I always notice is it's parts of the human that still think that he's not worthy or he's done something wrong in some sort of way. And I think that's a lot of us have that, but it takes a really acute awareness of frequency to be able to see that, because that's part of what the crying is. It feels so good, but at the same time, it's like a feeling of guilt that like, I know this, and yet sometimes I'm not here. You get what I'm saying? Kind of a far out thing. I know that grows as we grow. Oh, let's see. Feeling energy, a lot of energy right now. Cool. Morning, beautiful souls. Hi, Queenie. Tom cells felt a lot through my fingers, like they were alien hands, and my fingers were growing longer energetically to feel like it was one of my guides. How cool, Tom. That's a cool experience. Growing fingers. Hey, Queenie. Debbie, Marlene, felt so much love and peace. Change gives growth. Stepping stones. Mwah. I agree to that. I am feeling like I'm going to puke. Very light. I'm sorry, Brianna. I don't mean to laugh. This is okay. What I want you to do is I want you to bring your awareness to your ground, and all of us can ground right now. What you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes. You're going to take in 2 sniffs and a soft sigh out. Long out. Sniff, sniff. Calming down. Once more. And all of us, what you're doing is you're using your intention, your mind's eye, and you're beginning to root yourself into the planet like a tree or a flower, seeing these beautiful roots come from everywhere below your navel down, turns into roots like a tree, and you watch them move off into all directions into the earth. And as you're doing that, you can begin to feel the soft pull of gravity coming through your body. And there it is, Brianna. I'm just going to reach into your energy field, and what I'm going to do is soothe the stomach. Yeah, and pull the energy down through your tailbone. And now, Brianna, you'll feel, see how that's all aligned now? Feel that? That tingle went up your back? All the hair stood up on the back of your neck? Good. Let that happen. Slow the breath now, 2 sniffs. Grounding. Let all that energy that's up here in your upper chakras move down through the bottom. Blow it down through you and into the earth. You're creating the circuit. Breathing in softly. Then blowing it down. Blow it down. Sniff, sniff. Blow it down. Once more. Sniff, sniff. Blow it down. Good. Now we're all grounded. Yeah, big time. Woo! Got the chills. Woo! Thanks, Brianna. Both of you, Zane and yourself, are powerful channels. Feels like you lift each to communicate better. Hard to explain. Thanks, Tom. I totally understand what you're saying, and I know that's why we're here doing these things together, Zane and I. We both have the same ideas. We want to create a beautiful, wonderful, and even more, amazing world. And we know that cultivates from within. We want to see other people cultivate and grow their medicine gifts, and people work together and, collaborate and create, That's the kind of world that, we want to see. We want to see a 5th level consciousness begin to rise. And we both know that begins from within us. So, again, I'm not going to speak for Zane, but I'm aware that he works on himself. I work very hard on myself all the time. It's not that I'm trying to escape or get anywhere. This is just what motivates me, is I just want to try to be a better person, a better shaman, and a better priest. So I just don't quit. I keep trying to learn, keep trying to connect, retrain my mind, all these things. Very, very powerful work. Thank you, Tom. It was great information yesterday with Zane and you. Thank you. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy it because it's a little bit different for me, because I get to sit here, and then what I'm doing is I'm kind of being more in a space with Zane. I want him to talk. Zane, he likes to talk when he's asked. So I want to be able to create that platform for Zane to bring that vast wisdom, that vast perspective and knowledge and experience into the space. It's awesome. Okay, let's see. That was a powerful video. Dementia is a thief, but that was a power of love in action. Okay. Hey, Tommy T, Bree, and all. Hi, Queenie. Sienna, thank you. I'm grateful to have you and Mary, my soul family, have helped me grow in my spiritual journey. I love that, Brianna. I'm here to help you as much as I can. I want to help everybody as much as I can. This does, however, require abundance. I need, money to be able to survive, pay bills, and grow. So together we can create miracles. Okay. So if you can make a donation, that would be wonderful. If you like what we're doing, help support our mission of healing. Okay. I know it's the holidays, money's probably tight and all those things, but remember, give with the energy you wish to receive. Okay. When you give, you receive. Something I've learned and what the universe has showed me is that you want to give so you can receive. And I'm always giving. I always want to give and I always receive. Okay. So I'm in the flow of abundance. Let's all be in the flow of abundance together. Give and receive, give and receive. Okay. And I want to thank you all for your generous donations. You're helping so many people, so many people. We've reached over with all of our events combined, almost 17,000 just within this year. So 17,000 people, a little over 17,000 people we've worked with in just this year. And that's because of you. That's because of your support. Okay. Watching this show, subscribing to YouTube, sharing these videos, share. That's another big important thing. There's so many people that are looking for us and don't know we exist. They don't know this is available to them. Free teaching. I'm giving you things that most people pay thousands of dollars on retreat to receive. I'm giving that to you. Now, this, of course, kind of makes me a little bit of an enemy to people who are just about trying to make money off people to give them healing. Eventually, I'm going to have to grow. I'm not going to be able to do all these free things forever. I know that, but I'm going to do them as long as I can. I want to help as much as I can. All I need is help. If you help me, I can continue to do this. If you don't help me, I have to find other ways. So I hope that makes sense. It's together. I can't do this alone, and I need you. Yes, you. Feeling so much better. Me too. I feel really, really good today. It's a beautiful day. It's Thursday. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I want to thank everybody for being here this morning. It's been a beautiful, beautiful ride. I absolutely love doing this show. I love doing this morning show a couple days a week where I get to come on and spend some time and be here and just be of loving service to my soul family and to the world and to the planet. And we can all be together in that space. And I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love what we do. I love everything. I love you. Yes, you. I love all of you. I love everyone so much. And I love this life so much. I'm so grateful. Amen, everyone. Amen. Remember to breathe and be love. Breathe and be love. Okay? Breathe and be love. A lot of people want to know what love is. It's not something you're going to find outside of you. It can't be given to you. It can't be shown to you. It can only be experienced by you. And the deepest form of love happens when we close off the mind. And, that sounds one way, but it's not really so much closing off the mind as I'm taking my attention away from my mind, from my thoughts. I'm giving all my attention to what I feel. Just that. Just letting the thoughts happen, coming in to slow your breath down and feel your life, feel you. This is how you get to know thyself in silence. God doesn't speak to us so much out loud. He can speak to us through other people, but it's mostly through silence, our direct connection to source. Breathe and be love. Yes, thank you. All right, everybody, I'm going to skate out of here. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend. I don't have a list of events around me right now to look at, but you can go check out our website. You can check out our Facebook, our Instagram, and also our Eventbrite pages. I think that's it. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. And I'll be back Tuesday with more Ask the Shaman. Bye, everybody.